allegations, that they would be taken seriously. And so it was my job to get him into the criminal justice system.
This is a really complex issue, which is we have in recent years, and the Me Too thing, we've got Harvey Weinstein's case starts today and others, is that an allegation should, in my opinion, should be treated as an allegation. It shouldn't be treated on presentation as fact. My truth, as we've seen many times, sadly, is not necessarily the truth. Carl Beech's truth turned out to be a pack of lies. And lies, what I felt for was Leon Britton's widow, who I think has still not accepted your apology, and you say you respect that. But imagine how she must have felt that her husband, this man who served his country so well in Parliament, was basically described as evil by a senior politician, was accused of being part of a murderous paedophile ring. Lord Bramall, one of the most decorated, brilliant army men of our lifetime, reputation trashed. Harvey Procter, another politician, trashed. He won a lot of money, but there's no smoke without fire for many people, sadly. When you look back on this, Tom, you've had many successes in your career. But when you look back on this was a stain, wasn't it?
Well, look, what I'd say on Carl Beech, and I've said it, I feel very, very sorry that Beech existed and behaved like that. But in my defence, what I'll say is a number of very serious predatory lifelong child abusers went to jail because of the evidence that was surfaced as a result of that inquiry. We've now got an independent inquiry into institutional child sexual abuse, where we've had intelligence officers saying the Prime Minister of the day was told that her PPS was in some way compromised, where we found out that Cyril Smith, who was a minister, admitted that he was a child abuser, was actually given a knighthood after he admitted it, and was hiding out in public like other predators.
But do you accept,
so what I would say is it's not all about Carl Beech. Many serious paedophiles were jailed as a result of that.
I get it.
And we will get a better system as a result of the independent inquiry. Well, I know you might get it, Piers, but because there's been a sort of tabloid trashing over this one case.
Well, hang on. Tabloid trashing.
People's reputations.
Yes, I know.
Tom, it's not tabloid trashing. I'm speaking on behalf of the families of Lord Bramall, of Leon Britton, of Harvey Procter and others.
I'm very, very sorry to
I can't imagine a more despicable thing to be said about a member of your family when they were part of a murderous paedophile.
And I'm very sorry that happened. I just ask people to give a wider view of what good was done as a result of that inquiry. Because at the end of the day, there are still thousands of child abuse victims whose voice has not been heard.
And their voice,
and it needs to be heard. And the balance I was trying to strike was to make sure that they were represented in the system and in studios like this, so that former tabloid editors can't just file a single fact on a very complex note and make it look like the whole child abuse
being a former tabloid editor.
But you're very good at it. But the point I make,
my argument with all these cases has been, of course, we know there are victims, but they shouldn't be automatically believed as victims until we've had a chance to investigate.
I think that's a fair point.
And the problem with Carl Beech was everyone bought into him. The police described him as a victim before any evidence had been established to prove that he was a victim.
Well, you're right.
And my thing is, these are accusers. And if you treat them as victims the moment they appear with their stories, actually, in the end, when you have a fantasist like Carl Beech, it does a massive disservice to real victims. They are the ones who end up suffering.
You would acknowledge
and it's got nothing to me being an ex-tabloid editor. It's to do with the reality of this terrible
on that,
story.
I agree with you on that. I don't disagree with what you say on that. And I think that's the lesson, is that... I think the police swung the other direction after
I felt
Savile.
so badly for the families of these three men, in particular. Lord Bramall, you wouldn't get a greater military man in this country. And there he was in the latter years of his life. With his reputation
just to say, I've never raised Lord Bramall's name, and Beech never mentioned Lord Bramall to me when I met him.
Tom Watson, good to see you. What are you going to do now?
I'm training to be a level 2 gym instructor.
You're training to be a personal trainer?
Not quite that level yet, but level 2's before personal trainer. Come down the gym, Piers.
No,
give you a workout.
I may do that. Good to see you.